oil in the
Okay, so now we're gonna replace the rear differential fluid with this severe gear AMSOIL synthetic extreme pressure lubricant, and probably gonna need about 2 quarts, and I have the third one there just in case. We're gonna use this pump here, and that's how the fluid's gonna get in there. So we're gonna start off by unscrewing the differential drain plug, or excuse me, the fill plug, because if you can't get the fill plug off after you remove the drain plug, you have a problem. Okay, so typically these are pretty hard to get off, especially if they've never been removed. So I'm going to use this breaker bar here, and the right size socket here is a what is this? A 10 millimeter X. I don't know what these are called, but that's what it looks like. Then I have an adapter. I plug that in like that. Anyways, that goes on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and loosen this plug here. Can you come around the other side? Get a good shot of that. So this is the differential fill plug, and I've got my breaker bar in here. I'm going to go ahead and start unscrewing this. There we go. So once you've broken it loose like that, you can stop. And same thing here on this side. Oh. We got the same situation here. Put it in there and break it loose. And that's it. Now we're ready to remove these both. Here we go. Now you can see there's a crush. There's a not a crush washer, but there's like a gasket here, like a little washer. And those are supposed to be replaced every time, according to the factory service manual. I don't have any, and I've never had any problems with these leaking. Most people don't replace these. Even the dealership told me not to, because not to bother with it. But I will, at one point, buy some of these and have these available. So here we go. And I'm gonna remove this. So you don't want that falling off later. Okay, so you want to be careful here, and I'm using this little tool here to just pry that washer off. There it goes. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and just reuse that. Shouldn't be any problems. Okay, so we're going to start unscrewing this. And you don't want to get this stuff on your clothes because you'll never be able to get it out. Oh, that's not good. And you can see, look at this buildup on this plug. I mean, this is, this is normal, but it's a lot of wear. You see that? Look at that. You'll be able to see the actual difference that this makes. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this washer here too. The draining is slowed to a drip, and I'm going to wipe down this area right here. And we're ready to put the plug back on. Okay. All right. And I'm not going to torque it right now. I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit so that I can fill it. And later when we're ready, after we fill the differential, then I'll torque both of them. Okay. Pump a little of that old fluid out so that we know for sure we're getting clean fluid. Go ahead. A little more. Okay, that's good. Now we know I've got fresh fluid in there. Now we're going to fill the differential with oil. I'm going to insert this right here. I'm gonna hold it, and my helper over here, Paul, is gonna start pumping.
You ready?
Yeah. And right around the time where we reach about 2 quarts, we should start seeing it drain out of there. And as soon as it starts draining out, we gotta put the fill plug back on, and we'll be done. You can see there's a little bit of fluid starting to drip out. So once I remove this, I should probably see a lot more fluid come out. And I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this plug right away. There we go. Paul, get that? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this. I'm going to wipe this down, clean that off.
You know, you should really move. So.
Well, maybe you could just adjust your angle.
Well, it's kind of hard to adjust it if you're in the way. All right, go talk about torque wrenches.
Okay, so I've got 2 torque wrenches here, and my goal is to tighten that drain plug and fill plug both to 25 foot-pounds. So the thing here is that torque wrenches generally operate best in the mid of their range. So like this one starts off at like 20 foot-pounds and goes up to like 150, whereas this one here starts off at 25 inch-pounds and goes up to 250 inch-pounds, which is like 20 point something, you know.
What was it, Paul?
20.83.
There you go.
Okay, oh, yeah, this is the mad genius here. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and use this one, and I'm assuming it'll be fairly accurate torque setting. So I'm going to go ahead and click this over to, let's see, that's 20. That's 25. I'm going to lock it. And now we're going to tighten this plug down. Alright, so now I'm about to tighten this. I've got the torque wrench set to the right setting. And we're going to hear a click when it's at 25 foot-pounds. There we go. So you can see that click. That tells us that it's at the right setting. And this other one here, same process. There we go. Alright, and we're done. This is the differential oil we poured out. You can see there's discoloration right here. I don't know, maybe you can't see it with that camera, but there's a lot of metal in here.